Just use the hustle points to create a couple of chest bursters in the slave barracks. Nothing could possibly go wrong if we do that, right?
Yeah, that makes it hard to rescue the slave that we need to rescue now.
All right, we'll get started. This is session 3, Psychotronic Hustle, Wholesale War. It's time for the recap.
So we were on our way to, I believe it was the, I forgot the name of the system. I don't have I need to pull up the chart. But we were onto the system where the friendly warlord, Rostov, was located. Zeal system, thank you. On the way, we stopped and got some space snacks at the space gas station, and chatted with the United Peace Movement. They had some UPM soldiers that were there. Turns out there's not much in the Zeal system, and they were fairly confused as to why we were out there. So we were out to visit the planet Sarok. So when explaining, we're just kind of seeing the scenery, it seemed to, they at least seemed to buy it. When we got down to the planet Sarok, we needed to give Rostov something in payment for the weapons that he had, the blue light specials, that pallet. We didn't get anything from the curator in terms of payment. So we used the one-man spacecraft that we salvaged from the rats in the previous session to as payment. Rostov then, overjoyed because this is a tech level 2 planet, which is basically in the steampunk era, that he has a flying spacecraft. Started just zooming around after getting a quick tutorial from Jonathan. And of course he crashed it and broke it. About that time, while he was flying it up right before the crash, we were we were attacked by some natives, and Ori and Lord Mars got pretty hurt. But Jonathan beheaded, or I wouldn't really call it beheaded, but he vaporized 12 or 13 heads. Then Ori and Lord Mars were brought back to the medical bay of our ship, where they got treated by the shaman. In exchange, and after Ori was better, in exchange, he repaired their ship, and they got, in exchange for the repair, three female slaves, Nori, Lori, and Glory. That's Ori's harem. 2 baskets of Sarok oysters, and 1 used juice-o-matic that needs to be fixed. Then we proceeded to the outside of there's a space station orbiting the planet, which is a research station, where we needed to hit our second mission to rescue the slave Orthopter. We got in, and the plan all along was to try to sell, what's his name? Mike's character.
Valkyrie.
sell Hellcraith.
Yep.
Because he is a unusual rare space alien compared to everybody else. Hellcraith kind of went along with it, but he wasn't too thrilled at the possibility of being sold. It turns out they offered a lot more than we thought they would, so of course we wouldn't sell him, but you know.
Since he's not here
Yeah.
today, that offer is looking a lot more tempting.
I'm just saying he could do a one-shot about his own escape.
Yep.
So we were like haggling about price for a while. Basically, Ori, I think, was standing firm at 25 and they wanted to pay 15. And so Lord Mars negotiated that we would have about an hour to kind of talk Ori down to 15,000 credits. And that's where we left it.
Out of curiosity, how big is this station?
Um,
I know we couldn't actually land on the station.
right,
We
you
had
like
to have-
landed on the side, and there's
Yeah.
like a tube that you connected to and walked in.
Yeah.
So you estimated it's probably like 100 people could probably work and including any test subjects would be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
So we have an hour to figure it out, and Ori pulls up his data pad, and he used the hustle point to actually get into the Wi-Fi network, passworded, encrypted Wi-Fi network, and that's to see what we can do.
All right. Let me see.
Safe word is kumquat.
I thought it was bananas.
Bananas. It's bananas.
Bananas.
So we have about an hour before they come back. And as I've been saying all along, an Orthopter is probably one of those praying mantis style aliens from the moon Kakaris. They're known for being incredibly violent, but hopefully this one will be grateful that we're rescuing it. As I don't think we have any way to render it unconscious.
Well, at the moment, we don't have any way to rescue him.
I think our plan was to go in guns a-blazing and kill everyone in our way.
Hold on. I've just gained access to the Wi-Fi network. I'm going to see what levers we have.
All right. Here's the floor plan. I don't know how well it looks.
This is beautiful.
If you
Where
can
are
actually
we?
read it or not.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, the vending break room.
Where are we?
You guys would be where you're parked at 1. So that little line there. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are right in here. Here's
Okay.
like the little admin desk that they were talking to, and there's the break room vending machine where they came out and gave you those generic space chips.
Yeah, those shitty generic space chips.
We got some cosmic cool back in the spaceship, so we are all right.
Are
So I
there any
assume the red
cameras?
lines are doors.
Yes, anything red is doors. These so it's yeah. These weird things here are stairs. So there's like 2 stories to this thing.
Oh. Out of curiosity, are there any cameras in the area we're situated at?
Where you guys are at, there's no cameras. No.
Any ventilation shafts?
No.
No? Okay. Shit. Well, there goes the
Space
idea.
station. There's no ventilation in the space station.
It's very stuffy in here. Everyone is uncomfortable constantly. No one likes being here.
Greg farted 6 months ago, and it's still there.
The stench is still here. It's not dissipating. It's terrible.
The vending.
The vending break room smells like shit. No one wants to go in there.
Now, when you get into here, where admin is, there will be ventilation, but not in your little walkway area to your ship.
Not. Oh, okay. Which one of you farted in here?
It wasn't me.
You're lying, aren't you? Roll deception.
That being said, I'm gonna roll. I'd like to check to see, besides the map, like what other things I could get.
Okay.
You can trigger a radiation alarm or something.
What are all the smaller rooms on the far side of the station?
Slave quarters, bedrooms.
What'd you get? What'd you roll?
I got a 9 for a program check.
Okay. All right. These are all the, mean like 1, 2, 3, 4, all that stuff?
Oh, actually, hold on. I forgot, since because of my hacker, I get to roll roll 3 and drop the lowest one.
Oh, nice.
So it's a 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was talking about 17, 18, 19, 20, 9 out of 10, 13 out of 14. These little rooms on the other side. Not obviously the other 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 look like more docking ports.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, 1 of 2, 3. Those are all rooms.
Got it. That explains that.
Like 17, 18, 19, and 20, you would assume that they're rooms, but they're like 2-story rooms.
The
Whereas
penthouse.
1 and 2 would be first floor and a second floor.
Were there any other ships attached to the station when we docked?
You noticed that there was at least 1 other ship on your side, probably near 6, but it was a shuttlecraft.
Oh. I see.
So I got a 10 total.
Okay, what would you like to know?
I'd like to know where prisoners or slaves or specimens, subjects, one of those keywords are being kept.
So all the research subjects are kept in all the numbered rooms from like 1, 2, all that, all the way to 29 and 30.
Is there any information which has like a name or kind of like a chart for the specimens? Like Bob Gary from Sirac is in cell 1.
You were not able to find the names, but you just find the security level. So from between like 1 and 16 is like general security, and it goes all the way up from there, as in 30 being having the most security on it.
Well, they did pull out a gun the minute we mentioned his name.
So it looks like the higher the number on this floor plan in terms of room number, the more secure it is. I think you're right, Jonathan. So we're either lucky and he's in 30, or we're unlucky and he's in 29.
Well, I don't know what lucky is because 30 seems to be accessible only from security, which is where I assume their security is.
Would you happen to have access to the door controls as well?
Well, let me see.
You would have access to the dock doors, all the doors up to the doors that lead to the different actual research rooms.
Would you perhaps be able to lock everyone out of the system except for yourself?
I might need to find the root password for that.
I'm just saying.
Or convince the system that there's like a hull breach, so that way, presumably, the compartments will seal themselves off to prevent loss of air.
You see, I was just going to vent the atmosphere from everyone except the people we want to go ahead and investigate. Why fight when we can let space do the work?
I mean, normally I'd have a problem with that, but this appears to be standard evil mad scientist space station, so...
You dropped your data pad.
Is there any, does it look like I can have access to trigger any of their alarms?
The security alarm you have access to, like a security alert.
Well, I can trigger the security alarm, but that's not quite the one that's going to help us.
Out of curiosity, would you be able to force open the security door and open the docking port number 4 and lock all of the doors access to that area? We just have to vent the atmosphere from the security section. Everyone else should be easy enough to take out.
So you're talking about like this door right here?
Yep, and the
this one right here?
Yep, and maybe the admin one as well, and then 3 and 2. And then the other doors just lock the rest of them so they can't escape as they're being sucked down to the ship or dying of asphyxiation.
Well, I mean, dying of asphyxiation, if they're not sucked out, then presumably they could have access to vac suits to keep themselves alive.
Yeah, we have to make sure they die.
Well, it would probably be easier to handle, to go guns a-blazing. People are in vac suits opposed to kind of.
Right, well, if it's still hard vacuum, then we need to be in vac suits too, make us more vulnerable.
Aren't most of us in vac suits already?
I think there's some that have been repaired with duct tape.
I think we have plenty of them. Yeah. We aren't using those. They smell.
You have the rat vac suit.
Yeah. They don't have vent ducts in their vac suits either.
Well, I think it's reasonable to at least attempt that.
Yeah, if only we could trigger a radiation alarm.
Do
you know where the reactor is on the ship? On the station, I mean?
Do I?
I don't see it here, so I'm not sure.
What do you mean reactor?
Well, how's the station powered?
Magic.
Renewable energy.
Solar power. When will people learn?
They've gone green.
solar power cells.
Highly inefficient solar power cells. The best solar power cells.
Oh, they've had some time to
A rat
get
furnace.
Oh, in that case, we're fucked.
They have like a despairs on treadmills.
Bunch of rats running around on treadmills.
Well, I'm in favor of that plan proposed by Jonathan. We'll need to act quickly, though, once we suck them out, so to speak.
So is the plan to vent the atmosphere and then leave it vented?
Well, we don't have to for long. As long as we're the ones who have the initiative, we should be fine.
Yeah,
Well, then-
do we have to? Are we putting on the vac suits now, or?
I think we vent it and then leave it for 5 minutes, or as long as we can.
We should probably just do an immediate venting and then within a minute or so rush in while they're still trying to slip onto their vac suits, resealing everything.
Well, I am a little concerned that if we can vent the atmosphere, then we run out without vac suits on, and then they vent the atmosphere.
So what you're saying is we should always have vac suits on.
I was saying in this case, maybe we should have vac suits on. Or, we can vent the atmosphere and someone else can, detach our connection to the docking bay.
Why do we need to detach our connection to the docking bay?
We don't, but they may want to if there's an emergency so that we can't rush on board.
I'm not sure. Would they be able to immediately detach a connection? Is it locked
It's
into
gotta be.
place?
If it's locked into place, it's got to be locked into place on their side, not on ours.
Also, it is definitely likely that someone here has admin privileges, and they can have a lot more access to their own computer systems than I would using my data pad in their hallway.
Now, I'm not saying anything.
That is what I'm saying.
What if we delete System 32?
Is there like a way to just open the door to all of the specimen cells?
Yeah,
Just let them
what's
all
the
out.
worst that could happen?
I don't have access to the specimen cells,
There's only like 8 vermiurge here. It'd be fine.
unfortunately. I can open any other door.
Except for the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30.
The specimen cells that I can't open.
Yes.
Now, if you wanted to spend time and try to open them,
I mean, we've got almost an hour.
Well, I guess it depends on
that
the
also
path.
that also risks that they realize there's somebody in their system fucking around.
Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's just put on vac suits, vent everything, wait a few minutes, and then go in. And hope they haven't detached our ship when we get back.
Sounds good.
It's okay. They have a ship we can use to get our ship back if we need to.
So we'll have to go back into either. Did we say that we were wearing vac suits?
I'm wearing an armored vac suit.
All right.
Well, that's my standard gear.
I'll find one to put on.
We've got plenty on the ship.
I call the one that doesn't smell.
That we don't have.
He can take the one that doesn't smell. I take the one with the least amount of duct tape repairs. Whatever it smells like.
In spirits.
So you guys go back to the ship to do this, right?
Yeah,
we were already in the tube in one, so
Right.
just right behind us.
We're gonna put Hell there as well. Let me see here. No, bad computer. Bad.
So Lori comes to you, Ori, and says that, Master, we saw some sort of craft leave.
what? Have you seen this craft before?
No, we did not. And then another Glory comes. Yes, we did. We saw one
Before?
while you were inside talking.
They might have evacuated him.
What did it look like?
And she begins to describe like a spaceship to the best of her nomadic abilities. Some sort of chariot, similar to what you have.
Was it moving quickly?
No.
I don't think they understand the relative speed of movement in space.
Well, which did it look like the spaceship was far away from our dock or from our spaceship?
She said that it looked like it was docked at the end of the station, and it left.
That would be the shuttle.
Thank you, Nori and Glory.
Yes, Master.
But not you, not number 3. Damn your eyes.
But she never came. She's just sleeping. or
Isn't that the truth?
doing something else on the show.
Oh boy.
So as we're zipping up the back suits, you know, everybody else has heard that. Maybe they left already.
Quite possibly. They did seem worried.
A shuttle left. Maybe it was carrying Orthopter.
I mean, possibly. Is there any way for you to use the computer to check to see who was on the shuttle?
See if a prisoner was removed from a cell or lab in that time frame.
Because I would hate to leave and chase down the shuttle and then hear, nope, not here. We have to go back. And then we have to come up with another story about why we're docking.
You know, your shuttle exploded.
Do they have, can I access or have access to the kind of the exit and entry logs through their security system?
Yeah. Give me a program check.
Oh, great.
He's hacking into the system.
Thank God I was a hacker. That's an 8.
There was a 3-team security detail that was sent about 30 minutes ago to Sirach.
Have we been here 30 minutes?
So
Yes.
if you were to estimate the time, it was the time you were speaking to them.
And what's the rock?
That was
The planet with the warlord.
Okay. Well, they may have been going to check on the soldier who I said told me about their secret installation.
That is true. A 3-man
We could-
security team.
We could go after the shuttle, and then if we have to come back, we come back and say that we have an offer to stock their vending machines with Cool Ranch Doritos, which no doubt will be such a significant upgrade that they will immediately welcome us aboard.
Then again, we could always just take this place on first, and if we don't find him here, then head to the planet and go after the shuttle?
I'm with Jonathan on this one. Actually, this is a great opportunity because it means one of the security teams has left, which means this place has one less security team in it, which is all the better for guns ablazing.
So let's see, there's 30 people, a maximum of 70 who could be security, minus 3, so that is a number. That's still higher than 5.
Security 3 is presumably is like a division or a team or a squad within security, not
15,000 man force. So the Centurion leading security team 3.
It's the security trinity.
If you want to make another check to get an idea of the actual personnel count, you can. I'd let you do that.
All right. Well, I'm going to take it.
I feel like if they're moving a high value test subject, somebody noted that somewhere.
I got a 10.
It's in your system, still in your hard drive.
You go through the duty roster logs, and a quick calculation. You realize that there's probably about 20 scientists on board, with 2, of course, plus 2 interns.
Oh shit!
Roughly 5 maintenance personnel, 10 admin personnel, and about 15 security personnel. The rest, upwards over 30, are test subjects, somewhere between 30 or 40.
And they've just deployed. How big's the security team?
That was literally 3 people.
3 people.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought it was security 3. Like,
security team 3, which is actually 3 people.
So
super
12
elite.
security people to kill without being killed ourselves, hopefully.
Well, my pistol has 12 rounds.
Well, there's no time like the present then.
Yep.
So if we still evacuate the air from airlock 4 and open the security door, maybe we'll take out a few more.
Yes.
Hopefully. That sure would be great.
All right. Are we ready then?
I'm ready, my friend. I have no idea why I said that, but yes.
So I'm gonna upload some Visual Basic while I'm on their Wi-Fi to upload or to open the door 4 and the security door.
Okay. And just watch to see who gets sucked out.
Yeah. Well, we technically can't watch anything because we're in the hallway before 1.
Yeah,
so,
I guess your harem they could report back to you on the on the crappy intercom speaker. So
assuming my hair knew how to use it.
Your harem knows everything. That's Spec Ops. They were part of the Sisters of Karma before they became slaves.
Hey, like we have people that can act as on the bridge now. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna have to train them.
Oh boy. Okay, so is that what you're gonna do?
yes.
Yeah,
All right.
we're gassing the scientists.
True. We should bring knockout gas. We should store it on our ship so that we can feed it into these places.
I totally would, except there's no knockout gas in the book.
You didn't write up some stats for knockout gas?
Would you like me to for flashbangs as well?
Why not?
Okay.
You write it up, it's gonna be there.
Oh, hey.
Just like you did with all those weapons.
In my defense, they were for personal use.
Okay, then what do you guys wait? Like what? A couple minutes?
Yeah, I'd probably wait like 2 minutes.
Yep.
And I would be watching my data pad to see like if there's any change, to see if like the door is closed. Like if someone remediated it within those 2 minutes.
Okay.
Internal memo. Just because there is a venting of atmosphere and people are being sucked out is no reason to type in all caps. Thank you.
All right.
And there's a have you guys seen the IT crowd?
The
Yeah.
what?
The IT crowd?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the second episode where they have the fire in the basement and they're like, I'm just gonna send an email to the fire department. And then at the very end, it's like, hey, we're here. We got your email. Just gonna send an email. I think the door's open.
Okay.
That's the
After-
Facebook post.
Does anybody else feel a little cold in here?
After about 30 seconds or so, they manage to close the doors back. Unless you want to roll to keep them open.
Keep them open, Dustin. I believe in you.
I don't want to keep them open any longer than that, or open them again, because then it's going to be like not an accident.
So you can hear alarms going off, and it's after about 30 seconds they manage to mitigate the system, the whatever malfunction this was, and your access to the system is now, you've been booted out.
Time to go.
Ready? I've got kicked out, so I'll pull out my pistol and be
Tap
like,
you on the shoulder.
And I take off my laser rifle.
Okay.
I got my pistol.
and Hallcraith is
He's
Hallcraith
taking
has,
care of the harem.
yeah.
Hallcraith is showing the harem the sexual harassment video and working on having them complete their I-9s.
Oh shit.
Sounds about right.
Damn sharp training.
Well, I
Is
would
there a
also
PowerPoint?
suggest we show Halcrave how to prevent the ship from drifting away if they break the seal on this airlock.
Okay.
Also, Dustin, you're going to have to roll a con save for all of your harem while they're watching the PowerPoint to make sure they don't die of boredom.
Or an intelligence save to see if they don't figure out what sexual harassment is and use it against you later on.
Is that considered an exert roll?
Yeah.
Or a survive?
Kurt, I think you're leading the way.
So I'll go back into the admin room.
All right. So Lord
follow.
Mars is first, to Jonathan, and then Ori.
We
Yeah.
need the smart guy in the back. He can save us if we all go
Okay.
down.
You enter the admin hallway. There is one person in there. Does not look like a security personnel. It looks like an admin person picking up a bunch of papers that flew everywhere and like scrambling around trying to collect them.
No Russian.
So I'm walking past him towards security. We might as well take out security before they know we're here.
The
Yeah.
vending break room first, then security.
Right.
Gotta-
Into the vending room. Just on our way to get some more chips. And then with our weapons out into the break room.
We gotta do this sneakily, guys. Puts on silence.
That's fair.
So the vending room, the break room door opens. There's some vending machines, a snack area, coffee maker, one of those one of those vending machines that got the sandwiches in them that you can hit. It's got like a carousel. And then there's a door that goes to security. It's currently locked. Any attempt to open it does not allow you access.
Ori, I'm very disappointed in your planning here.
Well, I got kicked out of the system. Maybe we'll have to go the other way.
Is there a refrigerator in the vending break room?
Yes.
I look inside the refrigerator and see what's in there.
There's a couple, snacks, some foods in Tupperware with people's initials on them. There's probably a couple not supposed to be science experiments that have now turned into science experiments because they've been in there so long. 19 bottles of half-used salad dressing. A random can of space cola.
Opened already. Fizz all gone. Okay. I'm going to walk up to the security door and knock on it. Hey, yes, someone's food's going bad in the refrigerator. The food's everywhere. Whose is this stuff? Any of yours?
Also, we just saw somebody take 2 things out of the refrigerator with different initials on them and carried them away.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who they are.
Couldn't 2 sets of initials couldn't belong to that one person.
That's for sure.
What kind of outlaw? What kind of show are you guys running here?
All right, so either Jonathan or Lord Mars give me a talk roll.
I'll do it. I'm actually not terrible at talking.
And I will give you a bonus dice because you're helping each other. So just drop the lowest number with that bonus dice.
That is a 13, actually.
So the door, this large garage door, so security flings open and like, what the fuck, man? And there's a soldier standing there with a laser rifle. Like, I told them not to mess with our shit.
I shoot him.
All 3 of us at once.
Yeah, just shoot him. Yeah. I guess I would all as soon as he'd open it. I think everybody just shoot him.
Shoot and make our way in.
All right, fire away.
Okay. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it didn't save my. Oh wait. I had a. Is it +1? Like, is there a +1 attack bonus for range?
If you're using a laser weapon, yes. Actually, I have to find the stats for my weapon because I didn't save it. Okay. Max. Oh, fuck. Max damage. 12, 13, 14, 15 from my mag pistol.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Even with the pluses I would give you because you're right close, you managed to miss.
Damn it.
I got a 14.
That would be a hit.
And did 9 points of damage.
I was on my dig. Sorry, go on.
So the door swings open. This dude's like all pissed off. Jonathan blasts him, then Lord Mars hits him. He collapses, dead. The Ori fires. It goes past him and like burns a hole in their couch in the sitting room.
Oh no. That was the one nice thing in this whole place.
All right, so now we roll initiative, D8s.
Hopefully it wasn't their casting couch.
What would Weinstein do?
I got 7.
6.
Is there any modifier to it? Oh, it's just X, right? All right.
Just X.
I think it'll take probably a couple more sessions before I totally remember.
Yeah, don't worry, I don't think I'll ever remember.
All right.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, that was wrong actually. It's a +5, not a +3 for damage. Okay.
Okay, so you blast this guy. There's a large room. There's a couch with like a coffee table and another chair. And it's just like a break area. And behind them, you can see like a railing for some stairs that go down. And then behind them is more like another room that maybe has got like bunk beds and like lockers and stuff. And there are 5 of them. There's the one dead guy, and there's 5 more in this room.
What are they wearing? I mean armor-wise.
They are all wearing like security armor.
Security lingerie with frills.
Yeah.
Damn it.
One of the guys is like in the middle of getting a vac suit on.
Well, he's going to be slowed. Okay.
So Lord Mars, you're up first.
So I shoot one of the guys, not the one who's wearing the vac suit. 23 to hit.
Yep.
11 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, you blast him. He staggers back and hits one of like the coffee table, one of the end tables, and knocks a bunch of magazines on the ground.
Not the magazines.
It's okay. They can't reload their weapons now. They lost all their magazines.
Jonathan.
Okay. Are there any of them holding a rifle right now or anything? Obviously.
There's 4 that are holding a rifle and 1 is putting on a vac suit.
Okay, I'll shoot. I'll shoot the one Lord Mars shot.
Okay.
That's because it's better to get guns out of the fight. Okay, that is a 15 to hit.
Yep.
That's 12 points of damage. Mag rifle.
Yep. He staggers back and lands on the end table, crushing it. And he is dead. There are now 3 in there, 1 getting a vac suit on, and Ori, you're up.
The cover page to one magazine now crumpled and being coated in blood.
Yep.
That's going to ruin the collector's value. Stay behind me, Ori.
I'm gonna like peek out behind Jonathan, and I'm gonna shoot the one getting the vac suit on.
Okay.
The one who's not a threat right now.
But the one who potentially could run away, you know, outside of this. I don't know. That's a 14.
Yep, that's what you needed.
So that does 3 points of damage.
So as this guy's getting his suit on, he gets blasted with a laser pistol? What do you have?
A laser pistol.
Yep. All right, you definitely have their attention now. So one for each one.
What the hell didn't you bring grenades? I just thought of that. Lord Mars, I expect you to know that you're a warrior.
All right, so first one is going to fire at Lord Mars.
I'm a pirate, and we don't tend to set grenades off inside small enclosed places that could breach into space.
That's why you wear a vac suit when you pirate things, so that way you don't care.
Okay. I rolled 17.
They were going after me.
Yep.
They miss, or rather, they would hit, but I have the Ironhide feat. So you see, at least you would see if I weren't wearing a vac suit. There's a black spot begins to appear as if something's crawling underneath my skin, and they generate a little force field above the spot that's about to get hit, dissipating the effect.
Crawling in his skin.
All right, so one of them's going to attack Ori.
He's behind me. I'm total cover for Ori.
I rolled a 6. He's too distracted. It hits the vending machine in the back.
No.
Sounds about right.
One will attack Jonathan.
Uh-oh.
That's another 6. I'm
That
kicking
hits.
ass here. It skitters off into the break room. More damage.
The vending machine.
The guy getting on the vac suit scrambles and ducks behind the couch. Lord Mars, you're up.
I will pick a different one who's not hiding behind the couch.
Okay.
The one who shot you, I mean, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah, fuck him for shooting me after I shot him.
Yeah, what dick.
I rolled a 15.
Yep, that's a hit.
6 damage.
All right. Jonathan.
Is there any cover over on our side? Couches or the what? Like,
You could run and get behind like a chair.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Perch my gun on the top of the chair.
Okay.
I somehow don't think a 8 is going to hit anything.
Nope.
A magazine catches on fire.
No!
There's another hole in the couch.
Fucking couch.
Ori.
Keep using me for cover, Ori. It's your only hope.
What? I guess I'll just shoot the one that they've been shooting. Because why not?
He's the only one who could hit anything.
Man, these rolls suck. It's a 7. So that's probably not gonna. That doesn't hit.
Okay.
And I will yell, "We reject your offer for 15,000 credits."
Make it 50!
All right. So you've all attacked.
Yes.
Yep.
Don't worry, we can't hit the broadside of a barn either. And I think Kurt now has cover.
All right. Yeah, he's got cover. I'm not sure what the cover rules are.
It is a -2 or -4.
Okay.
I know if you're prone and they're shooting at you, they get a -4 to hit.
Let's see. Well, he missed. He fires, and this couch absorbs the damage. The chair.
Target is at least behind cover. It's a -2 to hit.
All right.
Target is almost completely in cover. It's a -4.
Give me a different dice. This dice sucks.
I hear you, man.
Yep.
All right. There we go. Attacking Jonathan.
Uh-oh.
That's much better. That's an 18.
That definitely hits.
All right. You take 4 damage as you hit with a laser rifle.
One little help. I'm hurting very badly.
Do you only have 5 HP?
You should see the rolls for my character. They are atrocious.
You take max hit points.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I have a -1 for my con because of my rolls being so awful.
Okay.
I have 18 dex, and then everything else is a -1.
Well, at least you're good at something.
Exactly.
Take cover, you damn fool. Go prone.
That's the problem. If they're directly within 5 meters of you, they get a +4 to hit you with a laser weapon if you're prone, or a ranged weapon.
So it only works if you're far away.
Yeah, if you have some distance.
So the last one will attack Ori.
He's using me as cover still.
9.
A 9 does not hit.
He miss. Skitters and into the break room. More damage. This time hits the refrigerator.
The science experiments burst out and start crawling away.
All of them begin to take cover behind various items in in this room here.
So I got a 22 to hit and max damage.
Okay.
Which is 13 against the one I hit last time.
How much damage? 13?
13.
It wasn't a natural 20, was it?
No.
Okay. So as he ducks behind like a small locker, you blast right through it, and you can hear him scream as you blow a hole right into the thing.
Houtini!
They're not Jawas.
That's what you think. They're 3 Jawas in a security outfit.
He sounds like he's in bad shape. But Jonathan.
Is there any cover I can take?
You can try to run and use the chair, the big the matching chair that goes with this couch.
Oh, there's a matching chair.
Where Lord Mars is. It might be a little bit crowded though.
Well, you could just be behind me. I assume this room is longer than it is wide, so.
Yeah.
I get behind Lord
and
Mars.
this is a laser absorbing chair, so.
We need to get furniture like this for the spaceship.
It's because it's made of asbestos.
What? Beg your pardon? I'm going to kind of get behind. I'm a bit peeking out because I can't get fully cover behind there. And I'm going to rest my pistol on Lord Mars's shoulder and shoot at one of the guys. They all have cover, you said, correct?
Yeah.
In that case, a 16 probably won't hit. Because they have it's on page 49, but if they have half cover, it's a -2 to hit. And if they have almost complete cover, it's a -4.
So it'll be a -2 to your roll, so it'll be a 14?
Yes.
That would be a hit. Who are you trying to hit?
Just one of the 2 guys who isn't in the vac suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tommy, I want to hit Tommy Levington. That was the name on the top row. I'm sure Tommy Levington is one of these guys. That's a 13 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, he's second guessing his decision to use the magazine stand as cover because you blast right through it.
I blame Lord Mars's shoulder for that shot.
Ori.
So I'm going to attack that same guy.
And get behind cover when you're done.
And
Okay.
where is what open spaces or objects are there for cover?
Lord Mars?
You got one shoulder, I have the other.
Yeah, we're taking half cover behind his shoulders.
You could run up and like hide behind one of the other chairs, but then there's probably There's a 1 right behind him, so you could be doing this number. Like he's on the opposite side, you're on this side.
Oh,
Just push your gun sideways and shoot like that.
So I'm just gonna shoot, and then I'll run behind cover.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a hustle point.
Okay.
I'd like to actually hit someone. Well, it's a little better. It's 12. Which doesn't hit.
It's a valiant effort. It is. It's a very valiant effort. You've got excellent form.
So, in my excellent form, I run to. Well, I guess I wouldn't want to run to the chair directly by him if he's like right in front of it, because that wouldn't really provide cover. So I'm gonna run behind Lord Mars.
We're both taking half cover behind Lord Mars.
Yeah.
Without Hallcraith here, the guy is literally made of rocks.
Yeah, if only we had our stoner here, we'd be fine.
Yeah. All right. All right, so the one guy, so 2 of them will attack. 1 will attack Lord Mars, since Lord Mars is right there, and attempt to hit him. And you've got cover. 15, I would assume that's a miss.
No, that's a miss.
So again, it hits the chair.
It's one of those fucking
Burns through
plastic
it.
folding chairs.
The other one's going to go after Jonathan. So I guess that's what? Do you have cover from the chair and Lord Mars?
Technically, it's only a -2 because it's only really half cover.
16.
That's definitely a hit.
So that's 3 points of damage.
I am down.
So a shot goes whizzing by past Lord Mars and hits Jonathan, and he falls to the ground.
Houdini! My secret revealed. I have to roll that damn check, don't I?
Yeah, you roll the physical save, and this has not been good in the last
it
game.
has not gone good for
It
me.
has not gone well.
I'm going to hustle point that.
Did you roll a 1?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I rolled
okay.
a 2.
Well, see, that's not a 1.
Is a 4 better?
Not much.
I don't have
Okay, yeah. It is better. So you've got 2 rounds before you bleed out.
I believe that's a heal 10 check for anyone who wants to save me, plus 1 extra for each round.
All right.
I'm not actually good at heal checks at all.
I think you two are going to have to take care of these guys in here first before you can even try to heal.
My healing would just literally probably be duct taping your arm or whatever is bleeding.
I believe.
So I'm not proficient in healing.
Is it our turn?
Yes, Lord Mars, it is your turn. Who are you going to? If you try to shoot the guy that's that you have been blasting before, he has crawled away. You do not see him. He's left a blood stain on the floor, but there are 2 other guys in the room.
Then I'll try to hit the guy they've already hit.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Yep.
Maybe -2 because of the magazines.
Yeah, it's still hit.
9 damage.
Okay. He grunts in pain. he looks in rough shape as you see part of his body behind the magazine and the couch. And his blood-stained hand is on the side there as he stabilizes himself.
Can I use a hustle point to shoot him again?
Yes.
No, we'll shoot
Fuck
him
that
again.
guy.
How dare he not die? That's 15 to hit. Maybe -2.
Yeah, it would be -2. So it just misses him.
Then I'm going to use my warrior ability to turn that into a hit.
There you go.
And he takes 10 damage.
And he is dead. Just as he stabilizes himself and reaches his hand on there, and he just leans over too much, and you blow his face right off. And he collapses to the ground, ruining even more magazines.
2 people still in here, correct? The guy who was in the vac suit and one other?
So what you see now is there's one other guy in this room actively fighting you. And there's nobody else that you can see.
Okay.
So the guy that's fighting, Ori will pop out out from Lord Mars and take a shot.
Okay.
That's a 10 to hit.
You can hear it ping off one of the lockers in the back of the room.
So the only modifiers are your shoot skill and then plus 1 for laser weapons, right?
And your dexterity. And if you have a base attack bonus.
I don't have any of those. And I have
in that case, then yes, those are your only modifiers.
All right, just making sure. Yeah, so I don't hit.
All right. So do you pop back down and take cover?
Yeah, I would kind of go up and then go back down.
They're going to take a shot at Lord Mars since he's the only one doing any really damage. And that is a mighty 10.
I pat the chair. It keeps absorbing all these laser shots.
Yep.
I like to imagine it's just one of the folding metal chairs and we're all huddled behind it.
I like to imagine somebody bought a mirrored chair. So it's just covered in that silver foil that you see in sci-fi, in old sci-fi.
Yeah.
But it's reflecting lasers into the walls.
Hey, they wanted a good place to sit down and reflect.
All right, so we are on the second round of Jonathan bleeding out Lord Mars.
11.
What's 11?
That's the heal check they have to make to stabilize me today.
Okay.
So my turn.
Yep.
17 to hit.
Yep.
But minimum damage, 4 damage.
All right.
I'm
Hardly
invincible.
worth the ammo.
All right. Ori, you can try to save Jonathan or keep shooting this guy.
Well, shooting's not really working, so I'm gonna bend down and attempt to stabilize him by duct taping his wounds.
11 heal check is what you need.
Well, based on my other rolls, hopefully this is better. Oh man, that's a 17 heal check.
You're supposed to use 2d6s.
Oh. Well,
Oh, and we need an 11? I'd have
Yeah.
to roll 2 6s to get an 11.
yeah, so I got a 7.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah, I mean that's basically almost a no chance of that happening to get to.
unless you have the heal skill or you have one of the feats that makes it a much lower roll. Like, I think if you have the healer feat, it makes it so you only have to roll a 6 to heal, stabilize someone.
We established nobody has the heal skill when we were wounded last time.
Yeah.
Maybe your brother has the heal skill somewhere in the galaxy.
He does.
Your twin brother has all the skills we lack.
He's got everything I fucking need.
Maybe one of the harem. The harem has a heal skill.
Yeah, I'm gonna start re-rolling a new character. Again.
I mean, honestly, I have a 1 in 36 chance if I stop fighting to try to heal you.
I believe in you.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good chances.
I'm already dead.
I have a -1 to my heal checks.
Unless the enemy we're fighting decides to jump over the couch and heal me, I'm dead. Oh shit, someone might actually die. I didn't want to kill anyone. Let me help. I'm a Mormon. I can't kill people.
I like to imagine Ori's there with duct tape and a hot glue gun.
It's like, guys, I did everything I could.
Ori, it's not supposed to be a neck tourniquet.
Well, I will say, Josh, at least this character lasted 3 sessions as opposed to your other character, which lasted 2.
My next character is going to be a fucking Adeptus Sororitas in full power armor with a fuck ton of health and a sword. Fuck this shit.
All right.
It worked on the ship. I don't know why it doesn't work on humans.
I just like to imagine you've got an entire neck tourniquet and my face is turning blue as I die from being suffocated by you.
Maybe I just didn't hit him with a wrench enough.
Bam.
Roll here. So going after Lord Mars again. Oh man, that is going to be 14. The chair again. The chair is just, you're gonna have to take it with you.
Yeah.
There's a fucking trooper. I know that much.
A lucky chair. Like every battle you go into, like you deploy the chair first. Ori's gonna pot. I guess. I mean, never mind. They were attacking Lord Mars.
Lord Mars, you're up.
20 and 6 damage.
Okay.
And 13. So
13. Yeah, he's got cover, so he manages to be absorbed into the couch.
And then you can duck down behind the corpse of Jonathan and cover.
All right, let me roll. See here.
How far do you have to be for prone to be a good thing?
You have to be away from adjacent, and adjacent is counted as, I think, 2 meters or 1.5 meters. It's not really specific.
So you have to be 2 meters away prone to get the benefits.
Which is about 6 feet.
I thought that if they're within 5 feet of you,
they're adjacent to you. Yeah, but they use metric here, so we have to adjust everything to meters. Gotcha. So it's about 2 meters, so 6 feet. Also, what the fuck?
So basically, you could just go in the corner and lay down, and then if they're behind cover, then
you're both getting -4s to hit.
Yeah.
So are you just laying down to have cover?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like go a little bit away and then just lay down.
Yep. You see Jonathan's body just jump up as it gets hit. It would have hit you, but he takes the damage for you.
I'm okay, guys.
Lord Mars would turn his head to say, like, how's Jonathan? Oh, that's our pilot.
I'm good. How
We're basically trapped on this space station now.
No, anyone can fly a ship. One of the girls knows. I think Laurie's really experienced with ships.
Yes, Laurie from the pre-spacefaring civilization is a pilot.
Exactly.
She's Should have used the force, and that's how.
She's Ray. She's got the Mary Sue skills.
This is a space opera, right? So we should be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lord Mars, you're up.
Another 20, 10 damage.
Whittling this guy down. Ori.
I can just hit him. It's another 13.
What is it?
It's a 13.
Oh, damn. All right. Let's see. He'll try go.
I
for
like to
Ori
think you're
again.
just shooting. You're shooting the back of the chair.
I like to imagine you're both directly right behind the same chair, just shooting bam, bam into the chair.
Does 14 hit you? Or no, 13 hit you, Ori?
It would if I was undercover. If I didn't.
Well,
have
it's a 17, so minus 4 would be a 13.
Oh, then 13 hits.
You 5 damage.
TPK, TPK.
Yeah, so Ori's down.
Lord Mars, it's up to you to save him.
All right.
I swear the experts are so flimsy. That extra 2 health is so useful.
Give me a D20 roll. I mean, yeah, D20 roll. It's a physical roll, Ori.
Don't roll a 1.
Man, that's another 12 roll. That's the third 12 I've rolled in a row. So it's the D20 plus.
It's basically a physical save. So
Oh yeah, I got a 12. 12
So
on
what-
the die.
yeah. So what's your physical modifier? Is it? Do you have anything?
15.
Okay. All right. So you got 6 rounds.
You got 6 rounds to save him, Lord Mars.
Lord Mars.
You're basically fucked, Ori.
Well, just so you know, it's a D10 plus, I mean, you have to get a 10, and each round he's down, it goes up by 1. So if it could become a 16 to save him, you have to roll on heal.
So I got an 18 to hit,
Yeah.
minus 2, so
Yeah, it's a
16,
hit. Yeah.
and did 11 damage.
Yeah. That brings him down. You hear a thud.
And then I would turn to try to save Ori next round.
Okay.
5.
Pick him up and carry him to the ship as fast as you can run. One of the girls can save him, I'm sure.
Is it?
If we have a medical bay, it becomes a 6 to save him. If we can get him there.
We do have a medical bay.
A standard one, yeah, on the ship. So it should be a 6 to save him if you can get him there in 5 rounds.
What if you had a medical kit?
If you had a medical kit, it is an 8 to save them.
Okay.
And if you have a Lazarus patch, it's a 6 to save them. Or if you have the healer foci, it's a 6 to save them. Or stabilize, I should say.
So it would make sense that the break room has a first aid station, like stuck to the wall.
Yeah.
Like a baby changing station. So yeah,
Okay.
I'd pick him up and place him on that whatever that station looks like,
Just clear the break room table
Okay.
to throw Ori on it.
and then I would try again. So what's my DC now?
6. You have
Okay,
to get
I got a 6.
Okay. So you managed to stabilize him, Ori. You now have 1 HP.
I'm starting to think this was a bad idea.
What, we got rid of 4 of them. Plus, if anybody died when we evacuated all the air, although I don't think they did.
Well, that room was supposed to be one of the rooms that cleared out.
Right, and they all seem pretty much okay.
So
And there's one wounded guy who's crawling around in there, I assume. Did we see like a door open?
No, there. Behind this couch and the magazines is a railing, and it looks like stairs that go down.
So he's probably alerting who's ever downstairs.
Well, we can either continue or run.
Well, we haven't found our quarry yet, so I wouldn't suggest running. But you may want to return to the ship and see what you can do about healing up.
Yeah, I'll try, but do you think you can handle this by yourself?
That's all I say. Maybe we should go get Rocky out here and he can help me.
Do you happen to have his character sheet?
I don't.
No, Peter.
No, but I'm not afraid to wing it.
That might be for the best. I suppose I could sit in the medical bay and continue with any sexual harassment training from my bed.
Okay.
I mean, maybe one of your slaves knows something about tending to wounds.
Probably. I hope so. So
I mean, is there anything in this medical station that looks like it could help him?
Who?
Ori.
Yeah, it's fully equipped. So, I mean, if you take all, I mean, it's basically you were able to use the stuff to get him back to 1 HP. So it had a Lazarus patch. So there is a shot of Adrenalize. So that will.
What does that do?
That will give him like his max HP. Not if he had 20 hit points, but he's on. How many hit points you got?
5.
Yeah, that will max your HP, and you'd be wide ass open for like the next 20 minutes, and then you'll come crashing down back to 1 hit point.
Well, there you go. This can't possibly take more than 20 minutes.
This is a 20-minute adventure. We'll be in and we'll be out.
Be in, be out, be back.
Yeah, without even asking for consent, I just jab him with that needle.
Very much like Crank. I'm on the table to sit straight up.
You are wide awake.
I've got 5. I got my 5 HP. Yeah. I really need to see if I can So I feel better. What'd you just stick me with?
I don't know, something.
Well, hopefully it lasts long enough for us to get out.
Hopefully it lasts at least 20 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah.
I sure am happy you like cocaine. That's good shit.
All right.
So I get up, and be like, no time to lose. Just continue go back into the security room, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna quickly rifle through the possessions of these guys, and if they have energy cells for their laser rifles, just take them.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, you should probably kick all those laser rifles into the dining room as well. So when you leave, you can take them with you so we actually make money on this trip.
I mean, we would make money on the slave, but sure, well, I'll throw the rifles all to one corner.
All right.
So we can scoop them up later.
Hey, actually, I'm going to take one of those laser rifles.
Take my mag pistol as well if you want. That thing's pretty damn good.
I'm gonna loot Jonathan's body.
The mag pistol is 2d6 plus 2 damage every shot.
I'm definitely gonna take that.
6 rounds in the mag. Yeah, I was liking it.
2d6 plus 2.
2d6 plus 2 plus any other modifiers you have, like dex.
Better than a laser rifle.
Nope, that's a mag pistol.
Right. I said it's better than a laser rifle.
Yeah. Well,
What's the range on it?
100 meters, 300 long. And it has 1 encumbrance.
All right. Well, hopefully Jonathan doesn't mind. This is beats the hell out of my shitty laser pistol.
Give it back! That was my favorite! Oh, I'm dead. Sorry, I forgot.
So do you call Halcrathan, or is he still on the ship?
I think we would call Hal Craven.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should have called him in to begin with.
We need a giant rock we can hide behind.
He comes in. It appears Jonathan has died. I must inventory all of his equipment. Let me get this form out.
No time. We have 20 minutes.
Compad.
So
54 rounds of ammo.
Is there a door that seems to lead to cell 30?
Not here, but it would be down the stairs. It's a poorly drawn floor plan.
I see. So, yeah, I'll start. I'll peer down the stairs first to make sure that guy's not just waiting there.
There's a blood stain that leads down the stairs, and it goes out of sight.
So, laser rifle out. I'll start heading down the stairs.
Okay.
Laser rifles out for Harambe.
All right. Give me a. Give me a notice roll.
4.
Okay. So as you got the laser rifle out, you're trying to be cautious. A shot rings out at you. That would be a 13.
So, again, a small bubble of force appears, blocking the shot, absorbing the energy.
Yep. And now you can see that behind some kind of monitor, he's kind of got the rifle cradled up on the stand, and has taken a shot at you as you get down the stairs. So you can go ahead and shoot at him if you wish.
Yeah. Oh, 9. 7 for his cover, so I miss.
Yep. It hits the monitor, cracks it. You can hear somebody gasp in the background.
So is there anywhere to take cover down here?
You can go and run and get behind this big table that's got a bunch of supplies and stuff on it, like boxes.
Okay. I would do that.
All right. Ori, what are you going to do?
So there's the stairs that go down, and then there's this doorway, right?
So the stairs that go down into an open area, and there's a monitor with on a stand, and there's a guy who just shot at Lord Mars, and then there's another table that he's running to that's got a bunch of boxes. Are you just going to run over and choke this guy out?
Since I'm just hopped up on adrenaline right now.
Rush him.
Come here, you little bitch! Come here!
Is that table the only cover?
There is other cover in this room, but that's the closest cover there is, unless you want to make a longer run.
Do I know
Kung Fu? Yes.
What do I know? He's using a laser rifle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know if laser rifles don't work in close range?
You have to, if you're adjacent to them, which I believe we said is 2 meters, then they cannot use the any rifle, to actually hit you. They have to go ahead and spend a turn to make it into a melee weapon so they can use it like a club.
But struck serious.
Yep. And that takes a action for them to do it.
How far is he from us?
Uh-oh. We get into trouble.
In meters.
Metric or imperial meters?
Yes.
Let's see. 2. No. He is about 10 meters away.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna just rush up because behind the monitor, and let's be on the other side of the monitor,
Mhm.
and kind of do a reach around.
Awesome. All right.
Roll a talk check to seduce him.
Oh my god, that's like the 4th 12 in a row I've rolled. but with Lord Mars's not Lord Mars, with Jonathan's +2 that comes attached to that weapon.
That's to the damage.
Yeah, it's +2 to damage.
Damn. So never mind.
Does that have shock damage?
What, the pistol?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Only melee weapons
Okay.
do.
You scare the shit out of him.
So got 13.
And then he's like, oh, it's just Ori. He can't hit.
You said you were within melee range?
Yeah.
If you're in melee range and he's prone or just standing there?
Sounds like he's standing.
Because there's an entire system of numbers for this as well. Yeah, I don't think you get any bonuses for that, sadly.
Yeah, I'll accept my 4th 12 in a row.
You thinking?
No. Shooting or meleeing an adjacent. That's prone foe. Never mind. Yeah, I lied. You get
Okay.
nothing.
So Halkraith is making his way down the stairs after he has crushed the heads of his other enemies, of the ones you did not crush upstairs. He is pummeling their skulls. Let's
Did
roll.
you crush my head?
No.
Okay.
Do you mind if we take a few minute break?
We can do that. Yep.
Yeah, I heard some of what you were saying. I think it would probably help the survivability of expert if we ever got off of level 1.
That would definitely help. Like I said, if I had
They
a
all
plus...
They all have more hit points than we seem to, but we hit a bit harder than they do. But they hit hard enough essentially to drop an expert in one shot.
They could have, yeah. Well, I mean, the big problem is even if I didn't have a minus there, I'd have gone down in those 2 shots.
Mm-hmm.
So it just wasn't good.
Right. I mean, I only have 7 hit points right now, 8 max, so I also would have gone down in those 2 shots. I just took that thing so that I have a really good armor class.
Exactly. I'm hoping to
And
supplement...
if I get to spend it again, I also have that lucky feat that warriors have, so I can negate a hit.
Yep. Well, I'm hoping that maybe when I make my new character, I'll find some way to quickly get power armor to mitigate the damage.
I mean, I would say that not saying you necessarily should take the Ironhide focus, but it's really pretty
good.
strong because it keeps going up as you level.
Yep, I was looking at the Ironhide, and it's a fantastic focus. Especially if you get the 2nd level and we're going to, primitive worlds and stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah, anything of tech level 3 or lower doesn't do anything to me at all. Lol, your pathetic little fragmentation grenades do nothing. I'm sorry, is that an assault rifle? No.
Yeah, if I were making a new character right now, I probably would try the psionic class just to do it.
If you're going psionic, I highly recommend you go with the teleportation psionic ability, because that is so useful, being able to teleport like 100 meters when you want to. My one character used it very well to be a suicide bomber. They died afterwards because they then used a fragmentation grenade and got a natural 1 on their con save. But it wasn't from the fact they were teleporting. Ugh, God. So I've died in both games now. Awesome. Well, at least I'm consistent.
It probably would also be a good idea to have somebody who wants to take the heal skill.
That probably wouldn't be.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that Hallcrith has the heal skill.
Well, I mean, just carrying Lazarus patches around is good.
I'm pretty sure that he does, because he was like the only one that took it. It was just unfortunate that we didn't have access to his character sheet.
Well, the thing to note is if you have a Lazarus patch, which you can carry 3 for 1 encumbrance, that makes it a 6 heal check only. And it's not affected by how long you've been down either. So if you're down for like 6 turns and they put a Lazarus patch on you, it's still a 6 to heal check. So, I mean, those are very good in there. I think 30 space bucks a piece, and you can have a stack of 3 of them for 1 encumbrance.
So for the next time we stop with our 2,000 space bucks that we earned last time, we should probably just load up on Lazarus patches.
Well, I mean, the ship has Lazarus patches in it. It has enough for the crewmen of the vessel in the armory, so that's standard crew is 10. So there's 30 Lazarus patches sitting in the armory.
Are you saying we have a crew of 10 and we have not addressed them at all?
No, the ship can take a crew of 10.
The armory of the ship is set up for a total of 10 people.
Oh, I see.
So that's combat uniforms, that's vac suits, that's Lazarus patches, that's weapons of tech level 4 or lower, any that we choose.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
So you mean I've been carrying around this shitty laser rifle and there are mag rifles in there?
Yes, there are mag. That's how I got my mag pistol. It was in there.
2d8 plus 2 damage as opposed to 1d10.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could go for the mag rifle if you want. It's sitting in there.
Well,
today I learned.
We have an armory? That's what you hear Lord Mark say.
Well, you never go in there? I'd also like to say the problem with laser weapons is, though they're really good, especially in power armor and stuff, and the +1 to hit's nice, if there's anything obstructing it, like a bunch of dust in the air or something, I believe your chance to hit gets a -4. Yeah,
right.
Apply up to a -4 penalty to hit, and cutting the ranges in half.
So they really took that Stormtrooper to heart, like when they're designing how laser weapons worked.
Well, I figure though, like, how often are we going to be in the middle of a dust storm while we're trying to fight? Well, that is not something I'm used to seeing.
Capable of penetrating ordinary mist or haze, but a thick cloud of thermal-resisting particle matter such as ash or sand can seriously degrade. So don't go to the desert or the beach, or
or fight on like the lip of an erupting volcano, and we'll be okay.
You laugh, but that's going to happen. That's happened actually, close to it.
All right, initiative rolls.
1.
Eight.
All right, Lord Mars, you're up first.
Oh, that's I rolled a 19, so 24 to hit, 22 if he has cover, 8 damage.
Yeah, he's very dead. He collapses behind the monitor.
I hope we didn't need that monitor to open the door. So assuming I see no one other than Ori and what was Mike's character's name? Halcrate. I'm going to go over to the door that leads to the cell.
Yeah, Halcrate starts smashing at its skull. Our enemies must be defeated.
Oh, please don't. I'm still up.
Anyway, we went over to the door.
So as you approach the door, a human in a white lab coat pops out behind one of the desks, like right there, and he doesn't have any weapons. He's like, what have you come for? What do you want?
Orthopter.
He is very dangerous.
I'm hoping he's less dangerous when he realizes we're here to spring him.
Oh, you could have one-linered it with "so are we."
Where is Orthopter?
He is behind this door.
Open it.
I wouldn't advise that.
Duly noted. Now open it.
I forget, where are we supposed to take Orthopter?
To the heal system.
So, do you have any way of anesthetizing Orthopter? Because don't tell me that's never come up if he's that dangerous.
I might be able to sedate him for a little bit.
How? How would you have sedated him?
I have some I have these chloroform rags.
Just come up behind him and ask, "Does this smell like chloroform to you?"
He has a special shot mixture that they use. He said he has one in the desk.
So I'll go over to the desk and look for it.
Yeah, it's right there.
And then I'm just going to grab him by like the arm and start dragging him around and say, if we have to anesthetize him and it doesn't work, I'm throwing you to the ground so that when we run, he'll be distracted eating you.
So he takes out his little security card, scans it, the door opens. He walks in like this, like short hallway. He scans his card again. He punches in a series of numbers. It says he answers 3 questions. His favorite car, his mother's maiden name, and
do you recognize any of these addresses?
The door opens. It's a circular, like dome room, and there is Huh?
Why'd the door open? He didn't click the button that says he is now a robot.
He puts in his CAPTCHA and then gets it wrong and then puts in a CAPTCHA again.
Ask again.
Which one of these pictures are not cars? Damn it.
His CAC card reader isn't working, so he has to take it out, reinstall with the driver.
So you see a like grasshopper, like praying mantis creature that is like restrained to like a table that's like upright, and it's got like it's like some kind of dome helmet over its head. There he is.
So is he intelligent?
Quite.
Does it talk?
Only a few words.
Good enough.
So how is it restrained?
It's got like bars, and it's got like a big helmet over its head.
So is the helmet blocking its ability to see, or?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over and tell the scientist that I'm dragging around with me to take the helmet off of it.
Okay. So he goes at a little station, he clicks some buttons, and the helmet comes off, revealing its like insect head. He kind of peeks around and like makes some chittering noises at you.
So I'm going to, specifically as a show for this thing, roughly yank the scientist over and tell him to start undoing their restraints.
Okay. All right. The scientist is like real nervous, and he just like he hits one button, the restraint comes off. He hits a second button, restraint comes off.
And I'm just gonna say to the Orthopter, we are here to free you, so you'll be okay soon. We'll be away from here.
Okay. So, what weapon do you have, Lord Mars? You're carrying what?
My laser rifle.
Okay. Do you have a pistol holstered or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
I also have a stun baton.
All right. So in the amount of time that you finish your speech, he moves and one of his like insect arms grabs the pistol and blows this guy his head right off. Just kills the scientist.
I will nod approvingly.
And he swings it around and he's looking around and he's like, kill. And he starts looking around for more people to shoot.
We killed a few on the way down here, but there might be more up. But we've cleared a path back to our ship. We should get going. And
he nods.
And with that, we'll move on. Presumably not Ori first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
And make our way back to the ship. Assuming there's nothing else.
Scooping up armfuls of laser rifles as we go.
You grab the equipment. The sirens, the klaxon is still going off. An admin person makes the poor decision of like peeking out when you guys are headed to your ship, like behind the desk, like with some papers, and goes to say something, and by that time, Orthopter is just one shot, one kills them.
Don't forget the laser rifles.
Yeah, they grabbed him. And he's like chitters, and he says, "Kill."
I agree, but
Lord Mars is just spooked that he just heard the ghost of Thomas tell us not to forget the laser rifles.
Yes.
That's what your new character should be, the ghost of Thomas. Completely invulnerable to
the
physical.
Laser rifles. Return the slab.
All right, so you get on board the ship.
Anyone can fly. It just has a minus to your ability to fly.
So I am going to get into the pilot seat and tell Ori to try to release whatever clamp is keeping us tethered to the station.
There's space Cheeto dust all over the control surfaces.
So yeah, I'll do that. I'll log in to our systems and declamp.
Yeah, it starts to drift away.
And then I will try to pilot it out of here for the heal system.
The hum system.
Whoever we're supposed to take Orthopter.
It is the hum system. Sorry,
Yes.
I knew it started with it's a hum system.
So Orthopter goes to the hum system, and the pallet of blue light specials is supposed to go to Herd, I think.
Yeah.
And we have to refuel in Herd in order to even make it close to the hum system. I mean, you have to refuel in the Herd system, and also a second time in the business system before you can make it to hum. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh.
All right. Well, we would go to the closer one then.
Yeah, the Herd system.
So as you are, I would say you would have baseline understanding about flying ships because of your previous occupation. You probably were in small crafts, you know, with the work that you did. So as you're moving out away from the station, you notice that in the distance, not in the direction you're heading, but like behind you, you see a UPM, one of those, what were they? Damn it.
Cruisers, patrol boats.
Yeah, UPM patrol boat seems to be moving, and you hear a distress signal. He's like, "This is UPM Bohemian. I'm caught in some sort of tractor beam," and beyond him is a small little craft. It looks very, very, very similar to the same ship that you gave the Warlord. They're all being sucked into, it looks like, if you just like to look at space, you'd see stars, but there's a portion of the sky that's just blacked out. It's just, there's nothing. And it appears to be sucked into that.
So the little one-man ship is being sucked in as well?
Yeah.
Or just the UPM ship?
Both of them.
Just run for your lives already. You can't fly a ship to save your life and they're being sucked in somewhere.
I mean, we do have a tractor beam of our own, Ghost of Thomas or Jonathan.
Yes, but it's not as powerful. Woo!
How do you know? You're not the boss of me.
But I am, because I left all of my stuff, including my debt in your name, in my will.
So the bridge, the comms start to light up, and you hear this message. Oh, wait a second. I need to share this. That's the only
Maybe
way
we
to
don't
do
hear this message.
it. Okay. Come on. Damn it. All right, hold on. Here we go. Share advanced. I was hearing the message, but you all weren't hearing it. Let's see. Let me turn this down. I don't know how loud this shit's going to be. Play it, damn it. There we go.
Questa è una lente gialla. Ora diventerai un figlio di
This
George.
is the yellow
Non ci
lens.
sarà più paura.
You will now become a child of George. There will be no more fear. There will be no more fear.
All right, hopefully you heard that.
I've seen
Where
enough
was-
hentai to know where this is going.
Where was that coming from?
It comes through the comm system.
Hey, Ori, can you determine what the origin was of that?
Well, I do have. Can I make a node check?
Yep.
Hopefully, this is better than my other rolls. I don't know shit. That's a 3.
Use my hustle points. I'm dead.
I'm trying to think of your background. You wouldn't even, like, to determine where it came from, you're not sure, but you've heard the term yellow lens before.
Oh,
You
I
know-
know the term yellow lens.
Right.
The
You know
pirates.
that they're, yeah, exactly.
I didn't hear yellow lens in the recording, though.
Oh, yeah, it was in there.
Belonged to the yellow something I heard. I wasn't sure what the yellow was.
I didn't hear yellow even. But
Some
yeah,
of
the
them sound
yellow
like
lens
yellow
are
lens.
pirates.
Nothing about a yellow submarine then. Okay.
Well, okay, then I just assume that apparently whatever's sucking everybody in is just those pirates. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to leave them to be pirated. I'm not sure why the pirates want people to become the son of George, whoever George is.
Jetson.
Yeah, maybe it's some weird George Jetson cult where they like found the ancient scriptures that are actually just episodes of the Jetsons that they assume to be some historical record.
This is paradise that we seek. Rosie, where are you, Rosie?
All right, so you're going to make the jump to the herd system.
Yes.
All right. All right, so whoever is going to do some piloting, give me a pilot roll.
Let's see.
So can I attempt to help him pilot? Can I co-pilot and like give him a bonus to his roll?
Yes, I'll give him a +1.
To do a simple spike drive jump, you only need to roll a 6 for a mapped route. You can do this, guys. I believe in you.
I got a 6.
You successfully make the jump into the herd system. And then you will hear this. Hopefully, we'll be audible as opposed to that other.
Lazar, the truth you can handle. Patisse, Indolus, day 398, 272. Zeal System, Sirach. 2 UPM soldiers and 1 ICAAOS inspector were found murdered at the Sirach UPM depot. Early reports implicate a local warlord known as Rostov, may be behind the attack. Satellite surveillance photography and thermal imaging indicate a large burning mass grave. The peaceable indigenous nomads are believed to be the victims. A former ICAAOS official said this all could lead to local warlord Rostov being brought up on war crimes charges. Herd system, Chukarada. Explosions rocked the Night Moves casino and nightclub, resulting in over 40 casualties. Among the deceased were Hull Thielen, wanted sector criminal, Orion Killian, owner of the Killian Spaceport and numerous casinos and nightclubs. There are no suspects at this time and no one has claimed responsibility. UPM and Jukarata authorities are analyzing audio and video data along with collecting statements from those who are inside the nightclub. UPM has suspended all activities in Jukarata's economic enrichment zones until further notice. Cluster System, Astra. Outgoing ICAAOS President Quarta Adana expressed concern over the recent uptick in violence in the UPM quadrant ahead of next year's 273 conference on Azorda Atrix, tropical moon of Nur. In response, UPM is currently hiring and deputizing mercenaries as added protection in the northwest quadrant, and more specifically, the herd system. Further, the herd system is now on lockdown. Only essential personnel are authorized to travel off-world and through the system. All ships that are not compliant will be impounded and their crews detained. Lazar, the truth you can handle.
Well, that sucks.
I suggest you contact the curator so that way she can tell you where to drop off this thing you need to.
Well, it said that the herd system is locked down, which we just got into.
Yes, but you might be able to escape anyway. Woo!
Which we'll also need to stop and get fuel here, which would also presumably be doubly locked down, since that would be the means to escaping the herd system.
But didn't they also say that the ICAAOS was hiring mercenaries and deputizing them to help provide security in the herd system?
Yes.
So therefore, we just have to say we're here to be deputized and provide security for the herd system. That's why we've come here.
Woo, there could be money in this idea. Woo.
Plus, we just use it as a cover to drop our pallet of blue light specials off, and then we go wherever we want to.
The blue light specials are in the smuggling hold. Therefore, they won't be able to look even if they searched our ship. Ooh.
Well, as long as Orthopter here can keep a low profile, I think we'll be okay.
I mean, I doubt that the evil scientists are going to put out an APB on the guy that they had kidnapped and were performing illegal tests on.
There's an armory on the ship, right?
Yes. There
Yeah,
is.
that's where our Orthopter is. He's in the back.
Orthopter looks at his watch. Oh, look at the time. All of the things say kill.
So I forget what planet we're supposed to go to drop off the blue light specials, but I would still start heading that way.
Yeah, it's Churates.
We can also contact the curator just to make sure everything is still hunky-dory.
So you do see an increased UPM presence here. There's a lot more ships, and there's like these small blockades beginning to be set up.
So I wouldn't necessarily avoid the blockades. I'd be looking for somebody to contact.
Okay.
Over the
Yeah,
comms.
I mean,
Yeah. Or he fires up the comms channel. Who's yeah. I guess I don't know how that looks like.
UPM security here. State your present course.
Well, we were headed in the direction of Churates, but we were wondering, we're from the Wholesale War Mercenary Company, and we heard that you were licensing mercenaries to serve as security, so we were hoping that we would be considered for a license.
Yeah. Okay.
You may have heard of me. I'm Lord Mars. We foiled a robbery from the Ratmen.
Yes, we have. I think we'd be able to deputize. We're definitely deputizing mercenaries to increase security here, considering what's happened recently. There's been an uptick in violence. I don't know if you've heard. But
So where do we go to get deputized?
you could probably we could send you to Churates.
Great. We're going there anyway.
Okay. Well, we've heard of Wholesale War and Lord Mars, and we'd be happy to. I think they'd be happy to have you on our team because we need skilled mercenaries right now.
So who should we check with when we get to Churates?
Hold on a second. Hold on. We got a special.
Lazar, the truth you can handle. Just in, herd system Churates. This is an all-sector alert for the following individuals. Peg like Jim, goddammit. Humanoid, 188 centimeters. Missing teeth, wrench for a peg leg, and may suffer from white lightning-related mental defectiveness. Carries, Scartha Elf, 200 centimeters, blue eyes with silver freckles, former B-movie actress and may have a thing for tentacles. Betty Boom Boom, humanoid, 170 centimeters, known to carry explosives in her pants to bolster the size of her posterior. These three are considered armed and extremely dangerous. They may have an unpaid intern or hostage with them who goes by the name Obi, humanoid, 167 centimeters, fidgets a lot, and may carry a forged permission slip from his mother to be allowed to work past ICAAOS labor restrictions. They are probably traveling in a free merchant ship with the designation number of 475 Chachi 781551 Victor. If you see them, approach with caution and immediately contact your UPM authorities. This has been an all-sector alert.
Just a note, the Chachi isn't going in hand saying the letter C. It actually says Chachki on it. And I can mentally confirm that Betty does in fact stuff her posterior with explosives. She has no ass.
Yeah, as you can see, we got all kinds of problems here.
Clearly.
So yeah, if you see Cal at the UPM depot, on Curate's northern quadrant. He'll set you up with deputization and
Okay. Thank you. We will check in with Cal.
Please tell me Cal's a used car salesman with a dog named Spot that's never a dog. Funny thing is, my father did all of his commercials for 30 years.
So we're flying to Curates then.
okay. So yeah, there's all kinds of traffic.
I mean, I would think first we would try to find that law firm.
Okay.
They might immediately want us to go do something if we get deputized.
You know the deputized things, that's going to be one of those little stickers that says deputy on it, and they're just going to put it on your shirt.
Who gets to be the sheriff?
Give it to one of the slaves. I mean harem, not slaves.
All right. Nope, that's not it. All right, where was? Nope. Trying to find. Here we go. Tula and Associates. So you head down to the of Darmash, which is capital of Curates. It is again a tech level 2 planet, but the city itself is not really tech level 2. Most of the only reason this is a tech level 2 is just because of the damage from the Civil War, and they're still rebuilding. But there's some pockets where it's easily tech level 4. You park the ship at a docking station and make your way through the city of Darmash to Tula and Associates.
Yep.
All right.
We'll knock on their front door.
So I think the question is, do we take like the whole pallet with us? Just like throw a tarp over it.
Just leave the pallet on board for now. I'll watch over it for you guys. Woo!
I think we should.
Also, while we're here, we need to find an exorcist.
Yeah, there's been there's been a couple ghosts around here.
Surprise, motherfuckers!
Just last session, I didn't believe in ghosts when they were hiring us to go investigate ghosts in the mines. But now I'm seeing maybe there's some actual problem in the galaxy.
We're not a problem. We're a life choice.
I think we should leave the blue lead specials on board.
All right.
And then they're safe in their smuggling hold.
Okay.
We can leave Hotcrest to guard him. Make sure the ghost and the giant cricket doesn't get into him.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
That's true. We can't leave Hotcrest to guard him because we haven't told him that we have a smuggling compartment.
Hey, Halcrate, did you know there's a smuggling compartment?
Feel like we should take the ghost with us. He could be a problem to leave here on his own.
It's fine. I'm just here eating space Cheetos. This is my next character, by the way.
It would be,
Oh God.
yeah, it would have to be ghost space Cheetos.
I
Everything that has a space version, like the, yes, now has a ghost space version.
Ooh.
Well, as long as there's a space ghost coast to coast, I think we'll be good.
I'm now international and on your con system. Hello, space. I am the ghost. Woo! What the fuck am I doing with my life?
All right.
So we knock on the front door.
Yeah, it's one of those little slide things. You see somebody's. You have an appointment?
We have a delivery for Tula and Associates.
A delivery?
Yes.
Yes, we were contracted to bring a
Evidence in your trial against Sindum Industries.
Yeah, before you can get that out, he's unlocked the door and he opens it up. Yes, come right in. Come right in.
We'll come in.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Do you have any coffee?
Of course we do.
I can tell.
They have a very plush break room.
So I'll grab a cup of coffee and a handful of space Doritos.
Yeah.
Because it's better than that shitty space research station.
So
where do you want us to bring it's a whole pallet.
We'll send a vehicle to go get it.
We'll have to go back to our ship then.
Okay.
To unload them.
Okay, not a problem.
We will need some sort of receipt, you understand, to show that we've delivered them.
Yes. Yes, we will. We'll provide you with a receipt.
I say this as I am like stuffing my backpack filled with their snacks.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Cheetos.
All right. So you grab all the stuff, go back. They send like a flatbed truck to get it and throw a tarp over it. Very, very. There's some workers moving the pallet. They seem oblivious to the actual danger of this whole operation.
It's just swamp gas.
Yeah. I'm going to find like a marker and just write like fragile on the side.
Must be Italian.
Fragile.
Fragile.
The famous Italian shoemaker.
Yeah, so he hands you a drafted letter saying that you have delivered one pallet of this item.
Doesn't say what this item is.
They just put BLS.
Gotcha. Okay.
Bacon, lettuce, and Swiss. It's a good sandwich.
They're very cautious not to attract any attention as they drive this back to wherever they're going.
I'll be the siren for you. Woo, woo, woo.
So do we get paid by the curator or do they pay us?
The curator pays you.
Curator.
Okay.
Direct deposit.
So I would, as soon as they're away, I would tell Obi we might as well contact the curator now and let her know part one's done.
Okay. All right. Again, you contact her, and she's got the white curtain behind her and a tube coming out like her neck.
So it's just an update. We've delivered the pallet to Tula and Associates. We've acquired the slave, but we will have to get over to the home system to drop him off. Do we know who we're dropping the slave off to? I don't remember.
She says that she will give you coordinates when you get into the home system.
We may have to be slightly delayed as, you may know the herd system's under lockdown at the moment. So we are going to get ourselves deputized so that we are a little more free to move around the herd system. That should allow us to get fuel, and then first opportunity we get, we'll probably head off for the home system.
Okay. Were there any complications with this past mission?
Well, the research station, the two missions that we're on at the moment. On the planet itself, we traded a small spacecraft to Rostov in exchange for the pallet, as he was expecting to be paid something. The ICAOS did not so much like that he had a small one-man spacecraft. And I believe there was a bit of a massacre, at least I hear on the news there was some sort of massacre, and that Rostov may have been involved. Also, I think the Yellow Lens may have captured Rostov and a few other spaceships, as it seemed as if they were in the process of tractor beaming a bunch of people in just as we were leaving the space research station. On the space research station, of course, they weren't so happy to give up Orthopter, and so there was a bit of a firefight and several of them died.
Okay. Well.
Also, one of us died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hello, curator, it's me.
Do we have a life insurance policy?
Yeah, we should. We absolutely, as a business matter, should have life insurance. If, assuming there's a life insurance company that will insure the lives of mercenaries. As your typical insurer might see through that ploy.
Hello, and welcome to the life insurance company of Victor and Cheech. Nice to meet you. Listen, you got a retainer, you got a case. That's all I'm saying here. And I'm really liking my new character just as a ghost floating around talking to people.
Well, perhaps we'll have to ask Hulkrate. I'm sure he'd
Yes, well, certainly we need Hulkrate to fill out all the life insurance forms.
Yeah. That he is good at that.
It's amazing he can be so dexterous with a pen and that big hand of his.
Actually, that's certainly true that maybe the mercenary company doesn't have life insurance on us, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hulkrate individually does. He may be a wealthy man now.
Hulkrate just made 150,000 space bucks. He just made $400,000 life insurance policy right there. Power armor for everyone.
Yeah, I don't think you would want to do that. That is that's just making it harder for him to earn the next 150,000. Discount power armor.
He's just pocketing everything.
That is interesting. An interesting concept, though, of like life insurance through the guild.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. Never thought of it before. Good idea, though, guys. Right.
So she offers some assistance with this predicament.
We should take out life insurance on the other group, on the Thursday group.
Sadly, the higher level you get, the less likely it is that you're going to need it.
She offers help with your deceased if you want it.
Did you bother taking me back onto the ship, or did you just leave my corpse
Yeah,
there?
they took you back onto the ship. I don't think they left you there at the station.
Look at these two. Look at them.
Absolutely. Here you go. We absolutely would not have, because the last thing I need is for whoever the hell actually owns that station to trace the whole thing back to us. And leaving you there is just like giving them a roadmap.
Yeah.
To figure out who did it.
Yeah.
So not out of any concern for Jonathan. Yes. We might have vaporized you immediately upon getting you back to the ship, but
that's why I'm haunting the ship now, because You incinerated my corpse on it.
Yeah. The Orthopter may now be eating well now that we've left your body unattended, but
Ooh, Orthopter, what do I taste like? Is it really chicken? Ooh.
So,
yeah, but I would say to her that we'll try to contact his family to see what they want us to do with his remains, but I don't think we need other help.
okay.
I mean, I assume it's like a spaceship. There must be some cold storage on the spaceship where we can keep him frozen so that he's not going to just rot.
The ice cream machine.
Aren't there cold storage pods?
No, we just have a
Right.
frosty machine on the ship.
We just
We
like
could've-
stuff him in to pack him in Frosty, seal it back up,
Forget about me and start making
like-
ice creams.
haphazardly tape up a "Do not use Frosty machine" sign.
Sell it to McDonald's wholesale.
Oh, I just remembered. So I had like 20 minutes of being pumped of adrenaline before I
Yep.
totally crashed.
Yep.
So at some point, like after we've gotten back on the ship, because I'd imagine that was probably about 20-ish minutes. Like I would have just passed right out.
You had
So-
one hit point.
What? Yeah, I would have passed out in the sense of like just
High as fuck.
not really been moving a whole lot.
Like a kid after a sugar rush.
Okay. So you get 3,000 credits for the pallet job.
And then I guess we go to the what was it called?
Law offices.
See Cal in the North District.
Yep.
Yeah. The UPM depot.
Okay. All right.
So when we get there, I guess I will signal over the comms. This is the Wholesale War Mercenary Company. We were told to speak with Cal in the Northern Quadrant to see about being deputized. And to, learn more. We haven't heard all of the details of the assignments that you're given to people.
Okay. We've heard about your group. So yeah, the UPM is deputizing mercenary groups. We've had uptick in violence. We've had some incidents. We've got the ICAAOS conference coming up, and we just need to lock everything down and just keep that. We need to make sure that happens without any kind of problems. So, we just need to run a quick background check, which I'm sure you'll pass, and then, deputize you guys, and then send you on your way, get you your first assignment.
Sounds good. We also need fuel. Where would we go to procure fuel in light of the lockdown?
Yeah, right here in North District, we have fueling stations, so we'll be able to do that for you.
Great. Do you happen to have space Doritos?
Yeah, we do.
Even better.
They also have the name brand for the planet, the Chur Chips, named after churrates.
I like it.
Like a microbrewery of potato chips here.
Yeah, so we will be holding till you tell us that our background check is passed. I guess we'll pick up the fuel now.
Okay, you picked it up.
Filled up. It does occur to me that we don't have another pilot. Hopefully we can find one on maybe this system or the next system.
Try Craigslist classifieds. Ooh.
Maybe we may have to teach ourselves how to pilot.
Well,
Unless, fate puts another pilot in our path.
Well, the odds of that, not very likely. Ooh.
well,
Being a pilot is a rare profession in space.
is it in this universe?
Not shockingly uncommon, I'd imagine, but
Yeah, but I would say probably like anything, somebody skilled would be at a premium.
$20 a week plus benefits.
Okay. So it takes about 2 hours, and you are now deputized as UPM. Basically, you have the ability to stop and detain and arrest those breaking UPM laws, and they send you over a big PDF file of all the UPM laws that are on the books. And they tell you to use caution when drawing your weapons. They say that there's actually, in order to use deadly force, unless you are your life and limb and other essential UPM assets are in jeopardy, that you are to call, and they will go through this big phone tree in order to get authorization. Cal says that's kind of a waste of time, and you just probably should, to default of you were felt threatened, and that's why you did it.
We can do that.
I feel threatened.
Did they also deputize the slaves?
I don't know. Were they?
The harem?
No, they were still on the ship. They didn't
Okay.
leave.
We would have gotten Halcraith, though.
Yes. Are you going to pick up another pilot, or?
Depends on what Jonathan wants to do with his next character.
That's right.
Ooh, I am a ghost flying the ship now. Woo!
All right, we're picking up a pilot.
I don't think we need a pilot. We should just let his ghost fly. It's now a fully automated ship.
So, do you want to roll with another character, Josh, or do you want to cyborg up this guy?
I think I should probably go with something different that isn't going to die immediately.
I just think we need to find a better way to arm ourselves.
I like the notion of you're infused with Frosty, and it brings you back to life. half Frosty, half man.
I had demands you obey me. Ooh. Take me to the cockpit. I wish to fly.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we would ask around for a pilot, see who's looking for a job.
I still think the slaves can do it. Just train them a bit.
Yeah, so
I don't want.
died. The only person who could train them appropriately died. That's
Or
the
you can
problem.
train them inappropriately.
Right, but that's why we have the sexual harassment seminar, to avoid that sort of inappropriate training.
So, ladies,
See-
you're going to have
you
to
see,
come into my cockpit and grab my joystick.
Or Ori training them inappropriately is teaching them how to pilot without wearing pants.
And this is a problem. Why exactly?
See,
Have you ever seen me pilot? That's really funny, actually. There was a guy in my Vic who was my driver, and every time we'd go out on mission, he always wore his shorts underneath his pants because it would get so hot inside the vehicle. So every time he was driving, he'd just take off his pants, driving in shorts.
That's fair.
Yep. How do you think I flew the ship?
Well, we could, if we could find someone to train us to have some basic level of piloting skills, then they could be a temporary resource.
Right. I mean, there's, I was sort of thinking at some point we'd pick up piloting ourselves. In that,
Yeah.
as we level, we get more skill points. So maybe put
got-
one into pilot.
3 level 0 slaves, I'm just saying.
Or maybe we could do or maybe we could spend some of our space bucks to do pilot training and get a pilot, get a skill point.
That takes about a year at least. 6,000 hours. And the best part is, you guys can't even drive a car or ride a horse either without pilot training.
Maybe if we give more money, we can do it faster. I thought that's how this works, right?
I think we could just find like an online course and do it in the afternoon.
Yeah. You can even print out your license. It's great.
Where is Maria? Bondisto and Maria.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, for the moment, I would at least, go back to our computer and fire up Craig's space list and see if there's any pilots out there looking for work.
Ooh, I like that one. They flow in more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, there's a few on this list.
So then I would start reaching out and contacting them. See who wants to be a part of. I would send them a link to the news report that talks about us and then say, who wants to become a mercenary pilot?
Is there a filter on the search engine to say people who've completed the Kessel run in 12 parsecs?
I did it in only 9. Woo! Everyone wants
It's
this
actually
ghost to stay.
it's a trick question though, because we're only going to hire you if you point out that a parsec is a unit of distance, not time. So
Exactly.
therefore,
it's like a low
Low key trick.
It's like a phone interview question.
Yeah. What's your favorite color? Yes or no?
All right, so you guys there's a local space bar hangout called the Crook and Flail here in Darmosh. And there is a local, somebody who answers your Spacebook inquiry.
Craig's space list.
Craig's space list.
We're not hiring off of Spacebook. That's crazy.
So, Josh, you can roll with this this improvised character here,
This background music.
and you can keep it if you want or not.
Okay, what's this improvised character?
I have no idea. Just go with it.
Oh, I don't know either. Okay.
Are you a pilot?
Well, that's what they say.
So tell us about your piloting experience. What's the most impressive bit of piloting you've ever done?
Well, this one time, I was in my ship, and I came flying out of space, my spike drive malfunctioning, and I flew as fast as I could. I'm telling you, I flew faster than fast. And I came slowly up to a UPM patrol boat, and they told me to stop. And do you know what I did?
Stopped?
I stopped for them. That's damn right. I stopped right in front of them. And you know something else? I didn't even have to pay a fine because they knew me. And they knew for damn sure that I was the man they needed to help them. So I went ahead and I took on 2 sick and injured crew members. And I hopped on down. And I made my way to the station about, 20 minutes away. And I stopped there. And I removed those 2 crew members. Unfortunately, neither one survived, but I made it there in time, and it was not my fault.
Okay, so I have two questions. One, are you a trained pilot?
Define trained.
Have you received any certifications with respect to your piloting?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I
Or
went
have-
to the-
Second, very good. Second question, are you lying?
Does this look like a face that would lie to you? I have never told a lie in my life except when I needed to. And I am not lying to you now.
That's good enough for me. I think you're hired. On a probationary basis, we will want to oversee your piloting for a while.
Oh, gee whiz, sir, that sure sounds swell. Let's go. Come on. Oh, God, my spine. Ow. It's okay. We'll make it there one day.
And if it turns out that you're lying, Lord Mars will detain you.
My
Yes.
good sir.
I've got a whole PDF here, and I'm sure lying about your piloting skills must be against some UPM law. So we could probably arrest you because we're all deputies now.
You're deputies too. Nice to meet you. I'm Sheriff Rottingham.
Sheriff Rottingham.
That's right.
Well,
Most people around these parts just call me Old Sherry.
why are you looking for work?
Well, I was forced to retire. Age and all, my health.
What's wrong with your health?
Oh, you know how it goes as you get older. Just old bones ain't functioning the way they're supposed to be.
Can you walk?
Oh, sure I can. Let me... Oh, yeah. Just a moment. There we go. Sure, fit as a fiddle.
Well, I suppose if you just sit in the chair, sit in the pilot's chair and you don't move, you should be okay.
Oh, I'm sure I can do that. Come on, kiddies.
So
Forward.
now that I've piloted, are there like pedals? Do I imagine there's going to be any problem with a guy who can barely walk?
It's set up like a stick shift car. It's easy enough to fly.
So there's like a
There's
like
a
a
gas,
clutch.
there's a clutch, there's a
Is it
brake.
4 on the floor?
4 on the floor, 454 for the engine. Yep.
I kind of wish we had kept the one-man ship so that we can watch him fly it for a little while, but live and learn.
We can always accrue another one-man ship.
All right. So you head back to the depot where the ship is with old Sherry, who is the your current pilot.
Figure out where our first assignment is supposed to be given to us and head in that direction. Oh, I also wanted to ask, how much do deputies get paid for this work?
Let's see.
10 space bucks a day plus BAH.
Well, if we're lucky, we'll get mileage.
Kilometage, you mean? We don't use Imperial here.
I mean, if we get mileage and it's a decent rate, 27 cents, will be 27.27 space bucks. We'll be killing it.
The assignment is for 10 days. And it's 2,500 credits a day, so it'll be 25,000 space bucks.
25,000?
For the whole 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Chump change.
Still more space bucks than I've ever seen in my life. fact, like all the money we've gotten, like Ori has never seen this much money ever.
Well, that's because you only ever use the credit card. You never see the cash.
He was just a poor spacer.
Oh, poor my ass. You're just pretending. You were a college student who was like, I wonder if your words like to be poor. Trust fund kid.
Trustafarian.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Trustafar.
First assignment is Zeal system. They want you to go there and just do surveillance around the planet and make sure there's no more disturbances. They've recently had a murder there. They believe it's a local warlord who's somehow gone on a killing spree. And they're sending some soldiers there to man the outpost, and they just want to make sure there's no more trouble. So
the Zeal system. Just when I think I'm out, they drag me back in. The best part is we just came from there.
Yes. Well, Rostov is gone. So at least there's nobody killing. Unless he trained somebody how to kill.
I am Assassin Master Rostov 2. You will suffer my wrath.
Well, sounds good.
okay, we require reports every 4 or 6 hours, and then updates. So you'll get an update at least that amount of time too, and potential new assignments every day. So. Good luck.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We'll be talking to you soon, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
So do we, after we've left this guy, so do we want to just head on for the corporate sector and then on to, what was the other one?
To drop off Orthopter.
Yes, we should, what was the other sector?
Business? Zeal?
Oh yeah, we should drop off Orthopter and then do the other mission on home.
So that's a trip to business, then to Hum. Then from Hum, we have to go all the way back to Zeal. Because I think the last thing we want is the UPM looking for us for deserting after becoming deputies.
Well, we just had a little mechanical breakdown and we're floating in space and now we're back.
I mean, you got,
depending on how fast the spike drives are, like
yeah, you could be in the Hum system within like 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Even with the stopover in business to refuel. So let's call it about a 5-hour trip to Hum to back here, and then another hour to get to Zeal again.
Couldn't we just buy enough fuel here to go to business and then Hum and
Ship
not actually?
Ship doesn't have the storage tanks to hold that much fuel.
You've got enough to hold two jumps, so you could get enough to go from business to Hum and then just refuel there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd do that.
Don't you worry, folks. I got you here. Oh, God. It's a manual? I thought it was an automatic. Shit. Yeah. I'll see if I remember. Grinding the gears.
And I'll lean over to Lord Mars. My good thing we never discussed payment.
That's an 8 pilot check with no modifiers or penalties.
Okay.
I've got this here.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're able to spike drive out of the system and into business.
Then I'll find the local truck stop.
Well, we have enough to get to Hum already.
Yeah.
So we might go to Hum and refuel in Hum. That's what he just said.
Okay, head to Hum then.
Okay, there we go.
And there's my second niece, Lucinda, and she's always talking about her grandson, Jeremy. And Jeremy's been this good boy since the day he was born, but always in trouble with the law. I don't know what that's about.
I assume you're just talking to the ghost.
Ooh, Jeremy sounds like a good kid. Woo.
Lord Mars and Ori, like we're in a separate room. We might be playing like war.
I would suggest that you like send 2 of the slaves to watch all the piloting going on.
There you go. Hello, young ladies. How are you? Oh wait, that's the ghost. That's not just Sherry. Oh, they're both going for it anyway. Fuck it.
So,
Make the way to Hum.
So do we have the coordinates in the Hum system that we need to go to, correct?
yeah, once you get into the Hum system, you get a communique, basically to go to the moon of Phytocus, which is Ermac's moon.
So go there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a person there called the Liberator.
Why are you called the Liberator?
He sexually identifies as a B-24 airplane.
You can hear somebody contact you on the comms, like through a secure channel, and like, this is Liberator. I have your ship right now. Just go ahead and land at these coordinates. Do you have the package?
We have, yes.
I think so.
The Eagle has landed. The Eagle has...
Okay. So you land in like a forest clearing amongst a lot of these like pine trees and everything. You see somebody come out and looks like regular garb. The atmosphere is breathable. It's a little bit windy. Everybody give me a notice check.
7.
9.
All right, old Sherry, give me a notice check.
I see nothing with a 3.
That's the ghost. We don't need the ghost to make a notice check.
Nor do I!
Now, apparently, Sherry has died. Become the ghost of Sherry.
Jonathan's ghost will inhabit Sherry.
We are one. Yeah, that's a 3. I don't see anything.
Yeah, you're working on piloting. So, Ori, you notice that some of these trees are actually like antennas, and they're actually basically radio for radio signals and communications and stuff, kind of mixed in with the rest of the trees. They're made to look like part of the forest.
This must be some sort of communication hub. It does. Is that? I guess I wouldn't have any reason to believe that that is strange or out of place.
I mean, they're hiding their antennas disguised as trees.
Really, that's a smart move, though. I mean, we do the same thing with cell phone antennas here in real life.
I guess I'm just curious in what they want with Orthopter. See, I would hate to deliver him into a different researcher's hands and then have him be not too thrilled with us and then go hunt us.
What are the odds of him breaking out of another research facility? I mean, really?
Well, probably.
I assume the curator would have told us if we were taking him into some other captivity, since she probably knows that he's from a violent species, and that would be relevant.
Well, it did
If
go
not-
ahead and say free the prisoner. Or
Right,
the
and
slave.
if she omitted that detail, then I'm pretty sure we can get a little bit of a bonus out of her for having to deal with an enraged praying mantis creature.
You're right.
It's fine.
So we.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so we land and there's antennas that are all around
Yeah.
that are hidden.
Plus, I do still have one dose of whatever the hell this knockout drug is that I never used on him.
That's right.
But I'm hoping to save it for future adventures.
Yeah. Like somebody who wants to, like for Hal Crate.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we finally find somebody to buy them, we can.
Hopefully, does
this
this smell like
needle-
chloroform to you?
Hopefully, this needle will pierce his rocky hide.
Go for the eye!
So yeah, you land in this clearing, a little bit windy. Temperature, it's kind of cool out. Human walks out of the woods. Got a gray beard, long coat.
I would tell Orthopter to come outside with us.
Sorry, I dropped something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like, he has found himself like a belt and a pack, and he's got a bunch of weapons he's carrying, at least a couple in each arm.
Does he seem happy, though?
I mean, if you want to roll a check to see if you can perceive the demeanor of this.
A praying mantis.
I believe in the praying mantis. Really? Really? Fucking dice. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah, he seems a bit on edge.
I think he'd be happy. He has a bunch of weapons in his hands.
So
you
guys,
are the liberator?
that would be me, yes. Thank you for delivering the package.
Out of curiosity, what do you wish to do with him?
Well, we are freeing him from his captivity,
To live here?
wherever he chooses.
Well, Orthopter, best of luck to you. Glad you finally got your freedom.
Yeah, he just kind of brushes you aside and moves down the gangplank and sees the liberator guy, who with his one free insect army grabs him by the neck and is like, "What took you so long?" And he starts shaking him, and he's like, hold on. And he just kind of drops him to the ground. He's like, "Karos, it's okay. And he's like, and he starts looking around. He's like, "Just bring me Jagger Fells." And he starts stomping off. He's like, "I guess we're good."
I love a happy family reunion. I could go back to the ship before I cry.
he randomly fires at one of the trees and like blasts it. Some limbs fall down.
Who was up in the tree that the limbs fell down?
Nobody.
What, Jaggerfells?
Yes.
What is your, do you have something against Jaggerfells?
Yeah,
I
the
assume
guy,
there are many people named Jaggerfells. It's a big galaxy.
It's a common name, you know. Every other kid on Sindoom's got that name.
Yeah,
Even
the
if it's a rare name, it's a big galaxy. There's got to be other people named Jaggerfells.
There is only the one.
so the guy gets up after, he turns and he's like, he's the one who imprisoned him.
So, yeah, Sindoom was running an evil lab. Not terribly surprising.
In a UPM space?
That's interesting. Are you aware of any alliance between Sindoom and UPM?
Well, they were keeping it secret from UPM. They were annoyed to think that somebody from UPM told us where it was.
That's true. Well, interesting. What's special about Orthopter?
He has exceptional abilities.
He kills very, very easily.
Yes.
Is that it?
Pretty much, yeah.
To keep him around for removing the tension.
Why, well, I hope that if we meet again, it is not on opposite sides.
No, hopefully you can help us out again.
Are there other prisoners that you have to free?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Well, we'll consider taking those next. If you post them to the curator and handle them, etc. When they come up, we'll be sure to
Yes.
consider them as one of the top ones one of our top choices.
Yes. I'm sure the curator already has that one. It's actually in the system. It's +6 on Ingig. It's the prison. It's a Sindoom prison.
Seems like Sindoom's taking a lot of prisoners. At least. Oh, that's the one in this system.
Yep.
What's special about that prisoner? Is he also going to choke you and throw you down?
No, probably not.
I sure hope so, though. I enjoyed that.
No, he's valuable to our cause.
What is your cause?
Well, the liberation of Appius from Sindoom influence would be the first thing.
Of where?
Appius.
Okay.
Is that the prisoner on the other prisoner? Who is Opius?
Appius is the planet.
Oh. I thought we were on Photocus.
Yeah, you are.
And Ermac was the planet that's associated with.
Yep. Oh, I got my systems mixed up.
Oh, no. No
Save
worries.
Max, save the world.
Yeah, Appius is in the golden system.
Gotcha.
It's with Sindoom, so
Gotcha.
I'll pass.
What is special about Appius?
well, a lot of us are from there, and we lost our standing when the war ended.
You're standing?
Yes, there was a war between Sindoom and Appius for some time, and when it ended, part of the ceasefire, Sindoom got influence over the government, and some of us who did not like the peace treaty or the terms of it were removed,
Ah,
and now we are in hiding.
Meta information, when did the war end between the two?
It would have been probably 10 or 20 years ago.
Okay. Okay.
well, that's a very noble cause.
And with Karos back with us, so hopefully he can assist in this liberation.
Is he also from Appius?
Originally, no.
Well, best of luck.
Yes, and Enigma sends his regards. And he turns and begins to walk away.
Cue the rhetorical question. Who is Enigma?
I have so many questions about Enigma. That was a psionic attack against him, by the way. That was my vicious mockery.
All right.
So we get back. We can go back to the ship, and
Do we know where to go to pick up more fuel now that we're here? Presumably not this moon.
There should be an AM, PM, or 7-Eleven around here.
there's an endo station. There's a buoy that we could use.
I think all David buoys have the stuff we can refuel at.
Yeah.
There's WA 4 and the space station is Victoria.
Yeah, at well, here Ermac, there's a space station Nord 2, and that would have fuel.
One of these days, I want to explore these orbital ruins. It's like, what is on this thing?
Because I think we should pick up fuel that figure out whatever our next mission is.
Probably head to Zeal and do your job which you signed up for. You're a bunch of deputies now. You're the law. You can't just go around disobeying it.
We are a mercenary company as well.
Exactly. And they're paying you good money to be there. Not to mention, if you happen to find anyone with contraband, there could be even more money coming off of their ship, too. All legitimately, I mean, of course.
Yes.
The way I see it, they're paying us $2,500 a day. And as far as they know, we're still there. And if it takes us 11 or 12 days to do this 10 days worth of work, so much the better.
If it takes us 80 days to do that 10 days worth of work, so much the better.
Okay. Yeah, so 500 space bucks and you refuel. I don't know if you get any provisions here.
We are subsisting solely on junk food.
I wouldn't call it subsisting. I call it living. So we'll we'll open up a comm to the curator.
Okay.
And inform her of our success of delivering Orthopter.
Okay. All right. That's right. And you get paid for that.
100 million space bucks.
Yeah. So you get let's see, 3,000 plus another 6,000 credits for that job.
We got an extra 6,000 credits.
The job was 5. You got paid 6.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where's your administrator?
We should go ahead and get Dustin some power armor just so he doesn't have to worry about dying every time.
Can anybody wear power armor?
Yes. Anyone can. If your background has you actually trained in it, you can. If you're not trained, it takes a week of training.
I'll take power armor training over dying.
So this should be the current job listings.
Well, assuming we can do it with some quickness, the most obvious one to do would be the Operation Condor
And Operation Bubonic, since we've got to go back to herd anyway.
I will let you know that Operation Bubonic, you probably won't get paid for because the UPM has put out a capture and return for him, and since you're deputized, that's your job.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind that one then. So I don't have the map of systems anymore. I don't know where it is.
Operation Condor is in the hum system. Start and
Right.
end.
There's the map. It's right there in the chat. See?
So if we could do that one fairly quickly, then we could spring the prisoner and help their cause out a little bit more, and then head over to the Zeal system and patrol space for a handful of days and just rack up money.
I have no say in any of this. I don't even know who you people are.
But we also have to we still have to deliver our reports to UPM command every so often, so we'll have to come up with an alibi.
Damn communication problems.
We got breaking in a new pilot.
Here we go.
Got a new pilot. Bastard drove us to the home system instead.
So yeah, let's just take on over Operation Condor for now.
Damn, it's a danger rating of 5.
Where's the Lutsk?
Lutsk is in Ukraine. You see nothing.
You'll say nothing. It is.
Lutz is off of Ralkus. Ralkus 19. It's a moon.
Yeah.
That's no moon.
Yeah. Yeah. From what you know, it's a prison. Obviously, there to free a prisoner. It will be better guarded than the last one, than the research base.
It's going to be bloody.
Maybe we should hire some mercenaries.
And take life insurance policies out on all of them.
Maybe we should hire Backdoor Boogie and take life insurance policies out on them.
There's nothing in the rules that says you can.
Actually, there's nothing in the rules that says that we can't take this one that's 7,500, relist it for 5,000, and hope the Backdoor Boogie takes it.
True.
Then between the life insurance and the 2,500s, skim.
We're doing well.
All right, so this is probably a good place to stop because I would assume you were going to need everybody for the next mission, and we need to figure out what if Jonathan's coming back, or we're going to get stuck with old Sherry or somebody else.
Old Sherry who can't walk, so he's just going to stay on the ship no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, he's just a retainer.
Yeah.
He's welcome. He
It
is now whatever your character's retainer is.
It makes it so that my next character doesn't have to be a pilot.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, like, you know, if you want an NPC pilot, that's fine. Also, you are now level 2. So.
Woohoo!
That health would have helped.
Now I need to do now I need to look at like what leveling up means in this game.
You get with the home rules, you get your maximum XP, and then you also get 3 skill points. If you're an expert, you get 4, and you can place them in any skills you like. However, to go from level 0 to level 1 takes 2 skill points, and from level 1 to level 2 takes 3. But you can't do that until level 3, and you have to go ahead and you don't have to spend the skill points. You can save them if you like as well. Also, your base attack bonus goes up, and for an expert, it is your level divided by 2. For a warrior, it is just 2 now, level 2.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you guys later.
All right. See you in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys.